Well, obviously, Illinois is in a very tight financial situation. Things are not healthy, and we're part of the world economy too, which is tough on all the states. The governor, thankfully, put forward a budget proposal in Illinois that spares education any cuts. It keeps the funding for our schools through the State Board of Education level with the prior year. The Illinois House of Representatives, however, passed a resolution that would seek to cut $258 million from the public schools budget. And, the House would like to spend money to pay bills, more bills that have been backlogged. And we're saying that we can't be short-sighted when you're looking to fund schools, because what you don't do today with a teacher in a classroom to help a child succeed will pan out over time. You'll have people who are less prepared, have less of a skill level, and will have a harder time getting a job, sustaining their families, paying taxes, keeping their communities strong. So we're arguing strenuously against those cuts and asking the legislature to go back to Governor Quinn's proposals, which talk about pension reform, Medicaid cuts of $2.7 billion, and cuts to other agencies of state government, all at the same time keeping education level. We can't shortchange our schools anymore.
You said 258 million?
Million,
yes.
yeah.
If those cuts were to happen, what kind of effect, more specifically, might you see at a local level?
We have 868 school districts in Illinois. Those cuts would have an impact ranging from $100,000 to $200,000 on the low end to several millions of dollars on the high end for our larger districts. It's real money, it's real impact. That means you either have to cut back on your program, cut back on your day, cut back on teachers, or raise taxes. None of those are pretty options. So we're asking the legislature to please, we're asking parents, we're asking taxpayers, we're asking superintendents and principals, please call the members of the House of Representatives in your area and explain that we really need to keep education strong, because this is the future of Illinois. And if we start to get shortchanging to education, it'll pan out in the long run, and it won't be good. It'll hurt us in our future.
Do you feel like education is just a place where they continue to try to look for cuts? Sort of, is education a continual victim, I guess?
Well, we've been cut $650 million over the last 3 years, and now it's mounting up. And after a while, we should be investing in education. Just the way if a household had an opportunity to send their children to the best schools possible, that's what they want to do. That's their impulse. We need to have that same impulse when it comes to our pre-K through 12th grade schools in Illinois. We need to have good teachers. We need to have good programs. We need to have good facilities. We need to have good art and sports programs. We want a well-rounded education for our children, because that's going to be reflective of the society we want. And so I believe very strongly in having an investment mentality in education, not a cutting mentality.